Welcome, brave souls, to a journey into the shadows, where reality blurs with the paranormal. Today, we unravel the chilling enigma of the black-eyed children and elevator creepy game, mysterious entities that haunt the collective nightmares of those who have encountered them. I'm Zach, and this is Dark Tales Hub. Part 1. Title: Supernatural Encounter with the Black-Eyed Children, Secrets of the Dark World. Introduction. On one cold winter night, as raindrops tapped rhythmically on the windows and a quiet hush settled over the place, horror entered a small family's home. I am your name, and I will take you on a chilling journey into the world of mystery and fear, where we encountered the black-eyed children. Section 1. The Terrifying Encounter. The clock neared midnight, and the family sat around the fireplace, celebrating warmth in these cold moments. Suddenly, a faint sound, resembling the whisper of the wind, echoed at the door. The father curiously opened the door, plunging them into a silence more profound. Details of the encounter. They stood there, in eerie stillness, their eyes gleaming mysteriously, as if revealing secrets beyond comprehension. Section 2. Journey into Horror. As they invited the children inside, the details of horror unfolded gradually. Black eyes glowed in the darkness, and each step closer to a dimly lit room revealed a supernatural force working behind the scenes. Details of the horror journey. Events intertwined gradually, unveiling supernatural powers and behaviors that formed an unsolvable puzzle. Section 3. Impact of the encounter. After the children left, the psychological effects began to surface. It wasn't just a moment of terror, it was the start of a mentally exhausting journey. The family lived in an atmosphere of doubt and paranoia. Details of the psychological impact. Every time memories of that moment engulfed me, they crept into the corners of my mind like recurring nightmares. Section 4. Expert investigations. Gathering their courage, the family decided to seek explanations for this terrifying experience. Experts in supernatural phenomena and psychology were consulted to help understand what had happened. Expert opinions. A powerful experience that delves deep into the psyche, leaving lasting imprints. Section 5. Revelation of secrets. While the family lived in a state of tension and questioning, they decided to explore more secrets about the black-eyed children. They began studying local records and history, and investigations revealed similar cases in the area. Stories emerged from tumultuous times, indicating a mysterious connection to the phenomenon. Details of research and discovery. Pieces started falling into place, and tales from a troubled past surfaced, suggesting a mysterious entity linked to this phenomenon. Section 6. Impact of supernatural phenomena. As the mystery continued to seep into the family's life, supernatural phenomena intensified in the house. They began to feel an invisible presence around them. Hearing strange sounds in the night, the terrifying dreams persisted, and each family member started to question their sanity. Details of the supernatural impact. Every night became an adventure, and the mystery surrounding us became unbearable. Section 7. Search for a solution. They didn't succumb to the mysterious circumstances. Instead, they decided to search for a solution. Consulting experts in spiritual energy and demons, they arranged spiritual sessions to rid their home of the mysterious entities. The sessions were intense and fervent, revealing some surprising results. Details of the journey to find a solution. The sessions unveiled incomprehensible powers, offering a glimmer of hope as the last resort to break free from the curse of the encounter. Section 8. Return of nightmares. As life resumed its normalcy, nightmares returned to haunt the family members. In dark nights, they would awaken to incomprehensible screams and strange visions that pursued them in their dreams. The family began to wonder if they had opened a gateway to something darker than the black-eyed children. Details of the return of nightmares. It was as if we hadn't fully rid ourselves of the mysterious entities, but rather awakened something even more malevolent. Section 9. Utilizing special abilities. It's worth noting that one family member possessed special abilities in the realm of spirituality. They decided to leverage these abilities to understand the mysterious phenomena and protect themselves. Spiritual sessions took a new turn as they attempted to unravel the puzzle of the encounter and how their lives were connected to the supernatural realms. Details of utilizing special abilities. Spiritual powers were rejuvenated, and we tried to comprehend how we could use them to our advantage. Section 10. Conclusion of the supernatural encounter. The family reached the conclusion that the encounter wasn't the end but rather the beginning of a long journey into the worlds of darkness and mystery. Despite all the hardships and challenges, they persisted in battling the mysterious entities, attempting to understand the secrets, and perhaps finding a way to liberate themselves once and for all. Details of the conclusion of the supernatural encounter. Despite all circumstances, we still believe that there is a solution, and we will continue our search until we find it. Closing. Thus, we arrive at the end of this supernatural story, where the mystery continues to envelop the family's life. Will the family find a solution to the mysterious phenomena, or are they destined to confront the darkness in every moment? And now let's go to our second journey. The elevator game, also known as the elevator to another world, is a creepy urban legend that originated in Korea. According to this legend, the game can allegedly transport participants to another dimension or another world if certain steps are followed precisely. While it's considered a fictional and paranormal game, some people claim to have had eerie experiences while attempting to play it. The rules of the elevator game vary slightly across different versions, but a common set of instructions involves the following. 1. Find a building with at least 10 floors and an elevator. 2. Enter the elevator on the ground floor alone. 3. Press the buttons in a specific sequence: 4th floor, 2nd floor, 6th floor, 2nd floor, 10th floor. For when the elevator reaches the 10th floor, a mysterious woman might enter. Do not look at her or speak to her. 5. Press the 5th floor button. The elevator will instead ascend to the 10th floor. 6. If you successfully reach the other world, things will look similar, but you may notice differences. The only person present will be you. The game's lore suggests that the other world might be a parallel dimension, a realm of spirits, or an alternate reality. Some who claim to have played the elevator game report feeling a sense of unease, witnessing strange occurrences, or having unexplainable encounters. It's important to note that the elevator game is purely a work of urban legend and fiction. There is no scientific or credible evidence supporting the existence of parallel dimensions accessed through an elevator ritual. The stories surrounding the game should be taken as entertaining folklore rather than factual accounts. Engaging in such activities may lead to dangerous situations, and it's strongly advised to avoid attempting rituals that could jeopardize personal safety. While the elevator game is popular as an urban legend, there are various stories and accounts shared online by individuals who claim to have attempted it. It's essential to keep in mind that these stories are anecdotal, and there is no scientific evidence to support the existence of parallel dimensions or supernatural occurrences related to the elevator game. The following is a fictional elaboration on the concept. Sarah had heard about the elevator game from online forums dedicated to paranormal experiences. Intrigued by the idea of traveling to another world, she decided to give it a try. Late one night, she found a suitable building, an old office complex with an eerie atmosphere. As Sarah entered the creaky elevator, she felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. She pressed the buttons following the prescribed sequence: 4, 2, 6, 2, 10. The dimly lit display indicated each floor as she ascended. Upon reaching the 10th floor, the air inside the elevator changed. Sarah sensed a strange presence, and just as the legend foretold, a woman entered. The mysterious figure wore a tattered dress, and her eyes seemed to hold untold secrets. Sarah followed the instructions, avoiding eye contact and refraining from speaking. Pressing the button for the 5th floor, Sarah anticipated the journey to the other world. However, as the elevator ascended, an unsettling feeling crept over her. The atmosphere became thick with tension, and she questioned her decision. Suddenly, the doors opened, revealing a world that resembled her own but felt different. The flickering lights and distant echoes created an eerie ambience. As Sarah cautiously explored the desolate surroundings, she realized she was alone. No signs of life, no sounds except for the faint hum of an unknown source. As she wandered through the dimly lit corridors, Sarah couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. Shadows seemed to move independently, and every turn led to an unfamiliar yet eerily similar landscape. Fear and curiosity battled within her as she continued her solitary journey. Eventually, after what felt like hours, Sarah decided to return to the elevator. Pressing the button for the ground floor, she braced herself for the descent. The doors closed, and as the elevator descended, the oppressive atmosphere lifted. When the doors opened on the ground floor, Sarah found herself back in the familiar lobby of the office complex. The experience left her questioning reality, wondering whether she had truly crossed into another world or if it was all a vivid dream. Sarah shared her story online, adding to the lore of the elevator game. The tale served as both a cautionary warning and an invitation to those who sought the thrill of the unknown. In the days following her elevator game experience, Sarah couldn't shake the lingering effects. Vivid dreams haunted her sleep, filled with obscure symbols and the echoing laughter of the mysterious woman from the other world. Determined to make sense of her encounter, Sarah delved into research about parallel dimensions, quantum physics, and the supernatural. As she sought answers, Sarah stumbled upon an online community of individuals who claimed to have undergone similar journeys. Their stories varied in detail, but a common theme emerged: a sense of disorientation, unexplainable phenomena, and the feeling that the boundary between realities had been breached. Intrigued and somewhat obsessed, Sarah decided to revisit the building where she had played the elevator game. Armed with a notebook, a camera, and a determination to document her findings, she entered the same eerie elevator that had taken her on the inexplicable journey. This time, as she followed the sequence of button presses, Sarah documented everything meticulously. The air grew tense once again as she reached the 10th floor, and just as before, the mysterious woman entered. Sarah maintained her composure, avoiding eye contact and refraining from speaking. Upon arriving at the 5th floor, Sarah stepped out into the altered reality. The environment seemed even more surreal, and she began taking notes on the peculiar architecture, the unusual sounds, and the shifting shadows that seemed to defy the laws of physics. Her exploration led her to discover remnants of an abandoned civilization, fragments of a world frozen in time, forgotten relics, unknown symbols, and a sense of melancholy permeated the air. Sarah's camera captured images that defied explanation, leaving her with more questions than answers. As she ventured deeper into this parallel realm, Sarah encountered structures that seemed to mirror her own world but with subtle, unsettling differences. The sense of being watched intensified, and strange entities, glimpsed only in the periphery of her vision, added to the surreal atmosphere. Upon returning to the elevator for her journey back, Sarah couldn't shake the feeling that this other world held secrets that eluded her understanding. The doors closed, and the descent began. The oppressive weight lifted once more as she arrived back in the familiar lobby. Sarah shared her detailed documentation with the online community, sparking discussions and theories about the nature of the elevator game. Some believed it to be a psychological experiment, while others insisted it was a genuine gateway to alternate dimensions. Regardless of the debates, one thing was clear: Sarah's repeated experiences with the elevator game had left an indelible mark on her perception of reality. The line between fact and fiction blurred, and she continued her quest for answers in the uncharted territories of the unknown. Share your thoughts, experiences, and theories in the comments below. If you dare to explore further into the unknown, subscribe to my channel for more spine-tingling journeys into the paranormal. Until next time, stay curious, stay vigilant, and never be afraid to peer into the shadows.